Hi, welcome to Messier Peace Theater. I'm your host, Mike Messier. I'm a writer, producer, and director of independent short films. What we've been doing in this series is working with three great actors on a piece that I wrote called That Night. And today's a very special episode because what we're doing in this process is we're kind of getting off our feet, so to speak. We've gone from a table read where we had a really good couch, but now we're kind of moving up getting off the couch, so to speak, and really trying to block this thing out. So I want to introduce our actors here. But what we're going to do right away is get right into kind of a run through of the piece. And this is really the first time the actors have done this on their feet, so to speak. So we're going to give this a shot. I'll be reading the stage direction, and let's enjoy it. So it's Messier Peace Theater. Dr. Ellen Council enters a backstage green room from an awards ceremony at her alma mater, dressed in an elegant dress with nice makeup, grasping a unique award trophy.
The Alumni Association Oh, the Places You'll Go award goes to Dr. Ellen Council for her continued excellence in psychology and media. This is so perfect. What a night.
Ellen grasps the trophy to her chest, closes her eyes with a triumphant smile, and lets out a breath of air to herself. Off-screen, a voice is heard.
It certainly is.
Ellen opens her eyes to see Carol, darkly dressed, curled up in the room.
Carol Walters. I can't believe it.
Believe it. And congratulations on that award, Ellen. The Alumni Association really loves you. After all these years, you look great in person. Thank you. Dr. Ellen.
A little louder, Carol. Going forward. Ellen slowly takes a few steps towards Carol. They sit. Carol pats the area for her to sit.
Carol, I haven't seen you since...
Yes, that night.
So, Mrs. Walters, what did Dr. Walters have to say about you escaping from Cape Cod to join us back here?
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm back to Ms. Smith now, and I'm on my own.
Oh, no, what happened? You two were happy. I mean, it seemed that way. The photos of you online with your kids.
Yeah.
I thought you were happy.
We all felt we were happy. But now he's a she. Yeah. The good doctor found himself. Herself, rather.
Wait, transgender? Really? How interesting. Wait, do you want to talk about it? We must.
No, I don't want to talk about it. It was really painful for the kids.
I can't imagine that.
Well, you should. I'm you.
Carol!
We just got divorced like anybody else, you know? God, I really should have studied drama when we were in college. I was always quite the actress.
You always had a flair. You could have done it. You would have been so good.
Just a little louder, please.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out too well, did it? Oh, well. What else have you been up to, besides the show? Have you found Mr. Right yet?
Well, there's still time, I hope.
Well, you must meet a lot of interesting men in your field with all those interviews you do and everything, and all those famous people.
Well, famous, yeah, I suppose. My producers are making a gallant effort to get more prominently known guests on the show as we look for national syndication. Interesting? Yeah. Men, not so much. More like little boys. It's hard for me to date just anybody, You know I'm particular.
Yeah, me too. Well, I catch your column online, and every once in a while, I see your TV show. Wow, there you are. Right in the comfort of my own home. Every day.
Well, not every day, Carol. 5 days a week.
Oh, even you need the weekends off, huh?
This is true. Today, the tri-state. Tomorrow, the world.
Oh, boy. Positive choices with Dr. Ellen Council. But that is a stage name, because I know your name ain't Council.
No, of course it isn't. My manager thought I should use a different name for privacy.
Oh, I see. Privacy, yeah. Well, I like your show when I catch it.
Well, we do have a website with all the past episodes. You can watch it whenever you want.
Oh, I could, but I won't. But I'm glad you still have it anyway. It keeps you busy, huh? Yeah. You must make a lot of money in that field.
You mean in psychology?
In television.
Well, yeah, there's some, but it's a lot of hard work.
I bet.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I didn't know you had a visitor. I just...
Frank?
Frank, I'm here. The gang's all here.
The boys are back in town.
You remembered the Skinner concert.
It wasn't a concert. We never got to the concert. You sold the tickets we all paid for to buy booze and other things. Instead of going to the concert like we told everybody, we somehow snuck into your dorm room on the Saturday night of Thanksgiving break. Do you remember that?
I do.
You convinced us we'd have more fun just the three of us. We had your brother's hand-me-down LPs. We just played that classic rock stuff over and over and over. You played those bands so much for us that I actually started to like them. I've become a fan of many of those bands, and I've actually met some of them.
On our TV show.
Well, that's terrific, Ellen. I should I leave you two alone?
No. Of course not. This party has room for three. Always did.
So, one thing you should know is the boys are back in town. It's Thin Lizzy, not Leonard Skinnard.
I'll take note of that.
Yeah, we did have fun back then. The music. You know, every once in a while we get something in we actually liked. Remember
Yeah.
Carole King, Donna Summer, for the most part.
Let's take a break, guys. I want to jump in because I want to try something before we dig too deeper into it. Okay, here on Messier Peace Theater, we've made some blocking adjustments. Cody, the station manager, came in with his artistic take as well. We basically put the rug in closer. We took these wonderful stools out. And the basic reasoning for that on my part is that the couch we initially had was soaking in a lot of energy. These stools were actually pretty good, but I felt like standing up really gives the actors the full power of their characters. From a technical level, it also gets them a little bit closer to the microphone using the boom mic. And it's just something to try, you know, but I feel like the more we get off, the more they're on their feet, the more energy this piece will have. So we're gonna start from the top, from when Dr. Ellen comes in, and action anytime. Dr. Ellen Council enters a backstage green room from her award ceremony at her alma mater. She's grasping a very unique award trophy.
The Alumni Association Oh the Places You'll Go award goes to Dr. Ellen Council for her continued excellence in psychology and media.
It certainly is.
Carol Walters. I can't believe it.
Believe it. Congratulations on your award, Ellen. The Alumni Association really loves you. Oh, wow, after all these years. And you look great in person. Dr. Ellen.
Carol, I haven't seen you since.
Yeah, that night.
It's a little louder, Carol.
That night.
So, Mrs. Walters, what did Dr. Walters have to say about you escaping from Cape Cod to join us back here?
I wouldn't know. I mean, it's back to Ms. Smith now, and I am on my own.
Wait, oh no, what happened? You two were happy. I mean, it seemed that way. The photos of you online with your kids. I thought you were happy.
Well, we all thought we were happy. But now, he's a she. The good doctor found himself. Herself.
Transgender? Really? How interesting. Wait, do you want to talk about it? We must.
No. No, I don't want to talk about it. It was really painful. For the kids, you know?
Yeah, I can't imagine. I know.
Well, you should. I'm bullying you.
Carol!
God, no, we just got divorced like everybody else.
Okay.
I mean, you know. I really should have pursued drama when we were in college, you know? I was just such the actress.
Oh, you had such a flair.
Yeah.
You could have done it.
Yeah.
You would have been so good.
Yeah. It didn't work out that way now, did it? Oh, well. So what else have you been up to? Besides the show? Find Mr. Right yet?
Well, you know, there's still time, I hope.
Yeah. Well, you must meet a lot of interesting men in your field with all those interviews you do and all those famous people.
Well, famous, I suppose.
Yeah.
My producers are looking for more prominently known guests for our show as we look for national syndication. Interesting? Yeah. Men, not so much, more like little boys. Yeah. It's hard for me to date just anybody, you know? I mean, I'm particular.
Me too. Well, I do catch your column online, and I watch your TV show sometimes. Wow. There you are, right in the comfort of my own home. Every day.
Well, not every day, 5 days a week.
Oh.
Yeah,
Even you need the weekends off, huh?
this is true.
Yeah.
Today, the tri-state, tomorrow, the world.
Oh. Positive Choices with Dr. Ellen Council.
Right.
Huh. That's a stage name, though, because your name ain't Council.
No, of course it isn't. My manager thought I should use a different name for privacy.
Oh, I see. Yeah, privacy. Well, anyway, I like your show when I catch it.
Well, we have a website with all the past episodes. You can watch it whenever you want.
Oh, I could, but I won't. Anyway, I'm glad you still have it. Keeps you busy, right? Yeah. A lot of money in what you're doing.
You mean in psychology?
In television.
Well, yeah, there's some, but it's a lot of work.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ellen. I didn't know you had a visitor.
Frank.
Frank! Frankie! The gang's all back.
Yeah. Boys are back in town.
You remembered the Skinner concert.
It wasn't a concert. We never got to the concert. Remember, you sold the tickets we all paid for to buy booze and other things. Instead of going to the concert like we told everybody, do you remember? We somehow snuck into his dorm room on the Saturday night of Thanksgiving break. I don't even know how we did that. You convinced us that we'd have more fun, just the three of us.
Yeah.
We had your brother's hand-me-down LPs. We played that classic rock over and over and over. You played those bands so much for us that I actually started to like them. I've become a fan of many of those bands.
Yeah.
I've even met some of them.
On her TV show.
Yeah.
That's terrific, Ellen. Should I leave you two alone?
Oh, no. This party has room for 3. Always has.
And I think you should know that the boys are back in town as Thin Lizzy, not Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I'll take note of that.
We had some fun back then, didn't we?
Did.
Yeah, the music. Well, every once in a while we get something in we actually liked. Carole King, Donna Summer. For the most part, it was Skynyrd and Foreigner. Ugh. Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Gods of Rock.
Hey, nobody was complaining at the time. College, best 6 years of my life, and I almost graduated.
Huh.
The city it was such a great place to go to school. It's a great town for baseball. friendships.
It's not the Reagan era anymore, Frank. And we're not kids. Do you remember that we all promised that we'd be best friends forever? Sometimes a Saturday night promise is a Sunday morning regret.
Well, regrets, they can be painful, hinder you.
So, what did Mr. Hands-On Experience ever do?
Oh, I've done a lot. I've traveled, met people.
I bet.
Such details. Where'd you go, Frank? Who'd you meet?
I met God.
And you lived to tell the tale?
God, you know, the creator.
I don't know. What did he say? I mean, who said he was a him anyway, right?
He was a he. He didn't say much.
Okay, yeah, Frank. Why should he?
He asked me to apologize for the things I said, things I did,
Apologize to who?
to the people I hurt, people I affected, and to make things right.
He didn't hurt anybody. Things happen and people moved on like they do.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean for that night. I didn't mean for that to happen.
But it did.
It did, didn't it? And I'm sorry.
Is there anything else, Frank?
I'm hoping we could discuss it further. You know, what causes the pain? Pain of living, pain of death, the pain of not being yourself. What causes someone to lose his integrity? Is it, you know, to sell out to the common good? Are we all so frail as to fall for the easiest pleasure?
Always with the big questions, Frank.
I'm serious.
Are those the types of things you and God discuss? I mean, really.
You lost your integrity a long time ago, Frank. No point trying to rescue it now like some faraway princess.
And
There's always time left.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. There's always time. There's always time left for integrity. Anyone who knows what it is.
Oh, so then we go to the thing I did.
Nine.
This was that pregnant pause.
There's a little pause there,
Yeah.
and then you go to the.
Oh, that's
Why
right.
don't you
Okay,
go back?
no, no,
Why don't
yeah.
you go back and so
Yeah.
you can do the beat?
just-
Yeah, let's go back and do the beat.
Sounds
What-
good.
There's always time for integrity. The thing I did that night, I didn't mean for all that to happen, but it did, and I'm just,
You admit it.
We were in college. It was just fun.
what,
It was just supposed to be fun.
whatever it was, I didn't realize. I would never do something like that again, not now. I'm sorry if you felt it was painful, and I just,
Painful? How many fucking albums did we listen to in that fucking dorm room of yours, Frank? How many?
quite a bit. You know what God said? You know what He wanted me to tell both of you? He said, just let it all go. Forgive. Remember, but not too much. The pain stays in those memories. Those memories die, they pass on, they slip through the crevice into the mind's eye, and the mind goes blank. And that memory, then it's gone. And maybe if you remember the good things, then maybe it was all worth it.
But I never chose any of that. I didn't have a choice.
confession to make, Carol. It was me. I told him to do it.
You?
Carol, I just wanted you to experiment with us. I knew you were shy, and I was curious. It was a stage I was in, and I just,
Shy?
well, uptight.
No, I was never uptight, Ellen. I was just a normal 18-year-old college kid like you were. My whole life ahead of me.
And I was a little older, 23, I think. I got into little trouble because it was my dorm room and we weren't supposed to be there and everything that happened, but it kind of passed over for me. I was lucky, I was the guy. And I got off kind of easy. But we kept Ellen's name out of it. That was the big thing I figured. I had to man up, so I told her, you deny your involvement, and I'll take the heat on this.
Yeah, and I did. You took it. The heat. That smoldering heat. You protected me from it, Frank. I've always loved you for that.
I'm glad that you were at least 18, not 17 or 16. It was bad, but it could have been a lot worse.
It was bad enough.
It was, and I'm sorry. And if you could forgive me for my part in it, I'd appreciate it.
And I'm sorry. I had him lace the brownies. And then later, I had him find a camera and take those photos.
Photos. You were the ones who took the photos.
I took them.
But it was my idea.
Those photos that got circulated all over the campus to the students, the teachers, the dean. Those photos that got spread out all over his desk. Those photos that he showed my parents. Those photos.
Yeah, Carol, those photos. But it was so long ago, and we were all just kids. We were just kids. And I wanted to be scandalous, exciting.
Yeah.
Looked at. I just wanted to be special.
I was the one who was looked at in those disgusting photos.
I know, and I'm so sorry. It feels so good to talk about it now.
Great. Fabulous. Well, I was kicked out of school. My whole life was uprooted. I was humiliated. My family, my friends.
I know.
Yeah. And look, I never got my degree. You remember? And I married the first man who would look at me that didn't know, and I never told him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you stayed in school. You did just fine for yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. You got the column, you got the TV show, and you got the trophy.
But wait.
What?
Perhaps we could do an episode about this. It might be healing.
Oh my God.
We could change a bit of the story to make it play, of course, to make it play better to my audience, but we could keep the integrity of the story. There could be some lessons to be learned here.
Oh
right?
my God.
About drugs. About saying no. About forgiveness.
No, you destroyed my life. You know that, right?
God says there are many lives. There are many lives for us to lead. We might ruin one, but we might salvage another. And we...
Get away from me! We all might just go to hell.
Okay, and it's really good. Obviously, really good. The on the feet is bringing a lot more energy to it.
too, don't you?
Absolutely. I gotta do something though. I gotta have something to do.
Something. Yeah, I know,
Because we're
because-
just standing here talking.
because
I've
once-
got to do something.
and once we
I'm like
lose-
playing with my thing. I'm doing this because you can't just stand here and talk.
Yeah, before you worry about all of that, I got to tell you
Okay.
one thing that was just incredible, and I wish I could have just been watching and not being in it. When you are freaking out, I'm horrified, and she's contrasting all of that.
Yeah.
We can do a
We
show
could do a
about
show, I
that.
know.
And that would
I
be
know, that
so
was- that
great.
was-
She's
I
looking to
love
me for
that.
approval and looking
Yeah.
to you for approval. It's like, I don't know. I don't think so.
It's all about the
Hey,
show. It's all about
opportunity.
the show.
I am all about opportunity.
So let me go to Mary Beth's thing about the blocking. We need more of it, you're saying.
Well, I feel like I'm just
Yeah.
standing around talking,
To ground
and so
yourself.
I just
And once we lose our scripts, we're
I've
going
got
to
to
be
do because
standing around, too.
I wasn't holding my script, so
Yeah.
I mean, people do stand around and talk, but
But not
it's
in-
not going to work.
not like
Not as
this.
much.
Not like this.
I would
no.
suggest
What
we
are-
have other things to do.
So
like
what are some things?
I wanted to pick up my award again, but I don't think I would do that in the middle of this particular conversation.
You can have
maybe I
fun.
would sit down. Maybe I would. I don't know.
What if
Do
you
something.
never put it down? What if you never put the award down?
Well, let me ask this.
But you still have. I don't know. It just feels like we need to have something to do.
Furniture can be dynamic. It doesn't have to be, okay, I'm going to plant my butt on this chair and I'm not going to move.
Because people
can
do
get
move
up
around,
from it
yeah.
and then get back down. Then you have motion.
This, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
an
I
idea.
would say
Maybe the
you can
sofa needs
still
to-
move a couch and chairs
Yeah,
and
we
whatever.
we could use
But-
the couch
But
too.
don't have them in such a perfect straight line. You got 3 cameras, so you can have them
And somebody could sit on the arm of the sofa.
right, and move around, and then back up again, because it also makes, especially her stuff,
Because
so
I go
much more
I go
dramatic.
so mobile in this.
You know,
thing
you're
at the
fine,
end,
and I
yeah.
can't sit anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
Yeah.
got so lathered up, I couldn't even say we might just progress. You've already got the gun out, and I'm
Well,
going. I'm scared.
Yeah,
it was
unless
perfect.
Mike said it not
No.
to do it, but I just thought I'm not going to be. No.
Yeah.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be in the group hug.
No.
And it was perfect. I didn't know about it
No group
because I'm
Well, I
trying to,
didn't either.
and you just.
Yeah, great. You do it
Well,
what feels real.
She's gone. Okay.
No, I don't want no group hug from you. Are you kidding me? Sorry, but.
Basically, those decisions I got to make, which I won't make in the next 2 minutes. But beyond that, blocking, I felt like the read itself had a lot more energy to it. I felt like it's a progress. It progressed very dramatically, I think,
Yeah.
for the better with each read. I felt like there was more energy and more. But I do hear what you're saying about there's got to be some stuff going on. So they're both valid points, but I think we're definitely on the right path.
Cool.
You know, one thing, and I hate to even discuss stuff for other characters, so I just toss it out to the wind. You are so into your success and your
Yeah.
movement and everything. What would be wrong with her having either a tablet or a phone where, you know, and she's, you know,
I'll tell you
talking,
why,
but kind of looking at
No, I'll tell you why. Because phones and tablets and stuff like that are so non-cinematic, and just to me, we experience that in daily life anyway. You know, we're talking to someone, their phone rings, and they're off.
Okay, so it's not as
It's,
interesting.
to me, it's not.
Okay, that's
somebody else
fine.
might be.
I might. I could maybe hold on to this for.
I think hold on to
maybe
this
a
really
while.
good
Hold on
soon.
to it.
It's
I
such
can
a
use.
power
I
position.
can use that.
I think using that would help your feelings in some way, and also I think for the character, because she's so proud of it and it's such an achievement for her, I think it's justified.
Yeah.
Take the trophy.
Yeah.
What did you feel, Kathy? I thought you did.
I
great.
liked it a lot better. I liked our initial, you know, it wasn't so like I'm creepy and I'm going to, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. I liked that. That felt, because she was my friend, you know, she was my best friend in high school. So, I mean, you know, I still have, and I don't know that you've done this anyway, I
Right.
have feelings for her.
Yeah.
Well, my feelings is unfortunately we're running out of time here, so I got to
So-
kind of wrap this episode up. But we'll see you next time on Messier Peace Theater. Thank you.